Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. So I'm going with the flow a bit this week and I'm just doing the intuitive readings as and when intuitive messages come to me. Hopefully they'll be a little bit shorter, and then I'm going to keep star sign or zodiac readings a little bit separate. So fingers crossed I'm going to be doing shorter readings just to kind of take the pressure off me in terms of how much long readings take out of me. I love those story time readings, but they're long and they're a lot, right? And they're kind of wacky. So I'm going to really simplify this week just to take the pressure off me and to kind of reduce the time for you. Fingers crossed that works. So what I've been getting through intuitively, I was getting this thing about kind of feeling your way through something. It does feel like it could be for a guy rather than a woman, even though there's a woman on this card. So they were kind of showing me this card as a kind of example of kind of what they were depicting. So I had this feeling of like literally being in the dark. So this could be like, even though I was literally in the dark, like I couldn't see, it was complete black, it was like it could be metaphorical for somebody not knowing something. Somebody's in the dark, they don't know the answer to something, they don't know where they're going, they don't know where they're heading. It has got this kind of one step at a time, we'll figure this out, like let's go slowly kind of situation to it. So I think you're feeling a situation out where you feel like there's a lot that you don't know, there's a lot that is being kept from you in some sort of way, like you don't have all the answers. I feel like somebody could be taking a new path, like a new direction, a new path. Again, it's kind of like when you break out of old cycles and old patterns, especially if those patterns were kind of like keeping you in kind of like a loop where there was no growth, or even like a toxic pattern. When you break out of those and you're going in a new direction, there is a lot of unknown, right? You've never done it before, so you don't know what to expect from that completely new environment or new way of being. It's like a new way of navigating the world, like as a, you know, who you are as a person. So tentative steps forwards, feel it out is my note. There's this thing about not being able to see the path ahead. So again, somebody could literally be blind or like blindfolded for some reason, but I think it's probably more likely to be metaphorical. And then they were showing me a gymnastics beam. So when you learn gymnastics and you're doing the balance beam, you're really encouraged to kind of like stand tall and keep your head high, which also could be a message, right? Keep, you know, have integrity, do things with confidence, kind of a little bit of fake it till you make it kind of thing. Like if you act confident, you'll start to feel more confident. But when you're on the balance beam, you can actually shut your eyes on the balance beam, stand really tall, and really trust yourself, right? Really get grounded, trust your center of balance. It takes work, right? You're probably not going to do it straight away, but you can actually walk backwards along the balance beam just by adjusting my ring there, just by kind of like you move your foot along the side of the beam, right? So you drop your foot, you move it along the side of the beam and feel where you're going to put your foot and then put the weight on it. And then same again, right? So you bring your foot back, put the weight on it. So when you get to the end of the balance beam, you're going to feel it, right? You're going to know your position. So even though you haven't got the sense of sight to know where you're going in life, you can feel your way through it. So it's really talking about trusting your own. If you do things like meditation or grounding practices, really kind of taking root in those and really having confidence in your own. It's making me think of Capricorn's reading. It's funny because I'm doing this on Friday. Capricorn's reading went up yesterday, and the title was "Having the Faith in Their Own Damn Name." That was the thumbnail title. So it's like having the faith in your own damn name, right? Having the faith in you. Like even if like the world has let you down, it's like you know who you are, you know how you stand, you know your principles, you know, and especially if you're in a high vibrational energy, it's like having confidence in yourself. So that's an interesting message. I'll Stand By You by the Pretenders came through. I'm going to kind of come back to that because it was a little bit back in two, so it could apply to that, but it could actually come out later, so I'll come back to that one. Then I had this thing about like creaky floorboards. So again, I don't know if somebody's trying to be a little bit sneaky, right? Have you ever, like as a kid, kind of like tried to sneak downstairs, like to get something out of the cupboard, like to get you like Christmas presents early or something like that, or like to sneak some chocolate, and like the floorboards have creaked. So it's like, again, it's like I don't know if there's something to that. I didn't get much more than that from it, other than if you do have a creaky floorboard in your house, perhaps unexpectedly, or there's a loose floorboard, if you're able to kind of, without destroying everything, just pull that floorboard up and have a look at what's under there. Sometimes people hide things under floorboards, so you could find something interesting under your floorboards. Somebody could be doing house renovation. You know, maybe you've got an old house, things are a bit creaky, you're kind of overhauling it. The Potato Song by Kesha came through, and this has the energy of like, I'm tired of being an adult, I'm tired of doing the 9 to 5, I just want to be a big kid, right? I just want to enjoy myself. If I want to eat potatoes, I'm going to eat potatoes. If I want to build sandcastles, I'm going to build sandcastles. So it's got this kind of like throwing everything up in the air and just doing what you want energy, which actually, talking about trusting your own intuition and your own authentic needs, that could actually be really healthy for somebody. Obviously, if you do it in a high vibrational way, not in a kind of toxic, like I only care about myself kind of way. So just be aware of that. Caught Up by Usher. You know, caught up, got me feeling it, caught up. So this song is about basically a player who gets played. He's like, I never thought it'd happen to me. Like, but my mum has said karma comes back around, and now this skill's got me all in my head. You know, my friends say it's cramping my style, but I can't stop. You know, like, I'm all caught up with that kind of thing. So I don't know if that situation's happened to somebody. Then now this is really, really interesting. Sometimes I get messages and I have no idea, like no idea what it is or where it's come from. And this week I've been getting shown like actual words. So it's like they're showing me like text messages, or they're showing me like writing on a phone, or like pieces of paper, like contracts and things, like writing on them. So I'm getting these visuals of like actual words. This one was, it was like is it called an anagram, or a, you know, it's like a shortened abbreviation, that's the word, thank you. So sometimes, like, I don't know the word and they give me the word. It was an abbreviation, it was BIETC, right? And I was like, no idea what this is, and I googled it and I was like, is this even a thing? And it is a thing, and it was quite clear, right? And it's to do with like logistics and shipping, and specifically to a certain area, and it's to the country of Gabon, which is on the never eat shredded wheat west coast of Africa, sort of middle Africa on the west coast. So it's like a shipping port. So I don't know if somebody's shipping something or doing logistics and moving things around, and some stuff's gone to Gabon, but it's a specific certificate. The BIETC is a specific certificate that you need to ship in and out of that country. So again, that could be something for somebody if you're into logistics and things like that. Could be something to look into, especially if something perhaps with Caught Up as well. Perhaps if something's gone missing, or you're trying to track an order and you don't know what's happened to it. You know, it could have been like caught up, like in that port, because it didn't have that specific certificate. So a very, very specific message. It's definitely not going to be for everybody, but it could just be the answer somebody's needing. So going back to I'll Stand By You. So I feel like, again, there's this kind of like, I don't know where this is heading. Perhaps for some of you this is a relationship, but she's saying, nothing you confess could make me love you less. I'll stand by you. So it's really unconditional support, right? It's really, again, I'm getting a mum vibe from this for somebody. And if you're mad, get mad. So it's this energy of like, be authentic, be honest about how you feel, be honest about who you are and the things that you've done. You know, I'll support you, right? I'll support you through it, no matter what, kind of thing. So it's a very, very loyal, very unconditional energy, very, very high vibrational if it's not toxic, you know, because sometimes people get caught up in things and kind of give too much of themselves in a toxic way. But if this is like, I'm standing my ground here, I know who I am, and I am able to offer you this support and understanding, you know, that's a very strong position to be in. So just be aware of the difference. Right, okay. So I am going to pull a few cards. I'm going to read this card if this is standing out to anyone, because I was showing it specifically as an image in my mind. And then we'll kind of get a little bit more. Trust and all will be revealed. Life is an adventure, and often new opportunities will arise at the time in New York that you won't know how to deal with. This is one of those times you're required to trust that this new phase will work wonders and miracles as you step into unknown territory. Imagine that you are not only a pathfinder, but a path maker. Whatever your inquiry, trust that you'll be safe. Stay aware as you discover new and marvelous territories and valuable treasures. So there we go. There's a lot of fear when we go into new situations that, you know, we haven't experienced before. Naturally, that's taking us out of our comfort zone of familiarity, right? So when we're starting to break out of cycles and we start to go into new phases, you know, it is scary because a lot of the time fear comes from not having the answers. Fear comes from not knowing what's going to happen. So just this is really a big message to say that you are safe, your guides are protecting you. Really trust your own name and your own integrity, and that's going to carry you through this situation. Trust your instincts, right? So let's get a little bit more. Again, they were showing me this deck first, so I'm going to see if there's anything else in this deck that they want to talk about. Anything else that you want to talk about in this reading, please? Anything else for the viewer from this deck? Last chance. Anything else from this deck? No, that's it. So let's see if they want anything from this deck. So they were showing me just kind of generally, I'll show you which decks I'm using. So that deck that I was just using there is the Enchanted Map Oracle cards. The deck that I'm going to use next is this Akashic Tarot deck. So they're kind of just showing me kind of like generally the box rather than the specific card. So is there anything from this deck that you'd like to talk about in this reading? Yeah, I'm not... Archangel Gabriel in reverse. Anything else, please? Is that all from this deck? Oh, that as well. Okay. Okay. The Karmic Trench on the bottom. Maybe somebody grows potatoes. I don't know. The Karmic Trench. Yeah, so I feel like somebody's getting out of a toxic cycle. The Karmic Trench is like... patterns that we've outgrown, or patterns that, you know, we've trodden that ground again and again and again, and we can get a bit rooted in it, right? We can get a bit sunk in those patterns. It's like, you know, when people walk a path through the woods, it's like the path gets more and more trodden in. So it's like it becomes like natural behavior, right, to follow the path, but sometimes we can break out and kind of go in a different direction. Three of Forces. Oh, I've actually opened it on Archangel Gabriel. I guess they wanted that card first. It did come out first. That's really funny. Okay, I'm going to put it in the upright, but like just so we know it's the reversed message. Gabriel appearing reversed indicates that you may be having a difficult time when communication is concerned. You're not speaking out for yourself, or you're filling your own mind with negative words. This could be a life lesson for you, something you've needed to change for a long time. They're asking me to say, because I'm putting this up on Thursday, I haven't done a reading for a couple of days. All the readings that are going up this week, so up to Pisces, were done at the start of the week. So I'd finished up to Aquarius on Monday, and then Pisces I finished on Tuesday morning. I don't know if that's important to somebody. This is a fresh reading going up on the day that I'm doing it. So Gabriel is a powerful force that can bring divine love and courage to your expression, and his help is yours for the asking. It's up to you to reach out to this wonderful angel who is always available and willing to help. Let his peaceful yet powerful presence fill you with courage now. This angel has been a friend to your soul throughout the history of the Akashic records. So this could be specifically an angel that is acts as a guide for you. Perhaps something that your soul is learning. If you believe in reincarnation, if you don't, that's absolutely fine, but if you believe in reincarnation and multiple lives and past lives and future lives, one of the lessons that your soul may be learning could be to do with expressing your needs, right? Confessing things, if we look at the songs that you got through. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, it could be one of your challenges is to be more confident in expressing yourself, expressing your needs, you know, asking for help when you need it, you know, confiding in others. This could be a particular challenge for you that you know, in a pattern that you're actually breaking out of now and overcoming, but there is some fear involved in that. let this peaceful yet powerful presence fill you with courage now. And if you have an archangel as one of your guides, that is a huge source of strength that you can draw upon at any time. You know, they're kind of omnipresent, so they're all, you know, you just have to think of them and they're there. Michael's one of my guides. Again, not sure if it's the Archangel Michael, but that's how they present. And again, immediately, I'm at the point where as soon as I think about them, I can feel my crown chakra coming in, and they're like immediately there. So obviously don't abuse that, but if you need them, if you're confused in a time of crisis, whatever, if you need help expressing something, definitely can call on them for help. That's, you know, the abundant love that they can offer you. Again, different strokes for different folks. We're not all going to believe in the same things. So again, if you don't believe specifically in, you know, Archangel Gabriel as a deity, you know, this is just an energy that can help you, that you can call upon and summon from within yourself. This angel has been a friend to your soul throughout the history of the Akashic Records. This time of confusion or disruption in communication is a perfect opportunity to reawaken yourself to that profound friendship and to your worthiness. I think they speak French. I don't know if, again, this is for the person who's doing like logistics and stuff. I think Gabon is a French-speaking country. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm not like an expert or anything, but again, there could be something about language differences. So is there anyone you know who speaks both languages who could be like an interpreter? This time of confusion or disruption in communication is a perfect opportunity to reawaken yourself to that profound friendship and to your worthiness and power to express yourself and speak your truth. So figure out what you need to say, meditate on Gabriel's loving presence, and start to get comfortable hearing your own positive and powerful voice. It's time to speak up, not shut up. Akashic Force, feel the Archangel Gabriel step before you and place his hand upon you. He fills you with the will to express your words. What do you want to share and with whom? Okay, and there's different methods of communication as well. You know, maybe you send psychic messages to people, and maybe you're lucky and the people around you are very intuitive and can pick up on that. Some of the people may need to literally say something with their voice. Others may find it better to, especially if you're the sort of person who gets very ruffled, you know, in certain people's presences, you get a bit like of anxiety, you get a bit tongue-tied. It could help you to write out what you want to say, write it in a letter, or kind of make notes first before you go into a situation. And then, yeah, there's different ways of kind of expressing things. Some of you may learn a language like sign language, for example. So there's a lot of different methods available to you. Maybe some of you are very good with imagery. You may want to make a movie with the imagery of what you're trying to express if the words aren't quite there for you. So yeah, like take that as it resonates. I'm going to pop Archangel Gabriel in the upright because he's granting you the gift of being able to communicate what needs to be communicated at this time with confidence. The bird's nest. Just looking for the page. 3 of Forces. A strong, sturdy nest cradles a new family of birds as the babies are fed. The card represents the force of creativity and expansion. When you receive this card upright, it is a signal to focus on starting new things or expanding, perhaps your business, your network of friends, or indeed your family. There may be some efforts involved. The nest has to be built, and you will need to be open about the additions coming your way. Children may be forthcoming. You may be renovating your home, or perhaps you will be hiring new employees or opening new business locations. Again, logistics and things. You know, and I was getting like New York and stuff as well. Maybe somebody's opening like an office in New York or something like that. Whatever this is, it will be well worth the effort. The expansions you will make will bring great joy. Spiritual expansions may be in store as well. It's never too late to widen your network of spirit friends, family, and guides. The rewards of that kind of expansion are limitless. Close your eyes and see yourself feathering your nest. What sort of things need to be put in place in order to support the expansion that lies before you? So yeah, again, this could be something that you're building. Again, perhaps you work in business, logistics, that sort of thing. And you know, you need to communicate to a team of people. You know, maybe working with people that you wouldn't normally work with, and you need to kind of explain to them kind of like, this is the vision, this is what we're trying to build here, this is what I need from you. So the more clear, you know, maybe this is something you need to meditate on. What do I need to be clear on so that I can communicate clearly? Because if you're coming from a confused place, you know, you're going to be giving orders that are also confused, and that's not really good for anyone. So that's, again, something to kind of think about. and again, what you think about, you bring about. So try and maintain a positive attitude, have the vision of everything going right. Don't entertain your fears, don't entertain any negative thoughts about things going wrong. If you find yourself in one of those cycles of kind of negative and thinkings and anxiety, really kind of force yourself to imagine a positive outcome. So catch yourself, be like, oh no, brain, we're not doing that today. Not today, brain. And yeah, and then be like, this is how I envision this going. So what's into the unknown? Fire, strong emotions, passion, love or hate. So some of you, it could be a relationship, something is that you've got, it's involving a situation that you've got a lot of passion about. Again, just be careful of fire. It's also talking to me because I'm really getting kind of like lower chakras, so maybe like second chakra here, like, what makes you passionate, what fires you up, what lights you up inside. So again, if you're going into like a new cycle or something that's unknown, you don't quite know how this is going to play out, trust your feelings, right? Does this feel good? Does this feel bad? Do I want to do this? Is this making me excited? Because if you're excited about it, especially if you're like involved in a team, if you're showing genuine excitement and passion, it's going to like ripple down into other people, right? Passion's contagious, so use that fire in your belly. Oh, rainbow, I'm seeing it didn't come out, but I'll show you. The most difficult part of a situation is over. So they're kind of giving me like, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, but we crossed that bridge when we came to it, kind of is the way it's coming out. Archangel Gabriel. October, so something could be happening in October. Somebody could have an October birthday, so that would be Libra, Scorpio. 10th, temporary situation. Again, there could be something where things are being moved around, right? So it's, even though it's 10 and it could be like people are being moved around, it could be something to do like a pop-up, it's coming to be like a either like putting things in storage, it's like a temporary storage situation. If you're traveling, and especially if you're traveling a long distance, you could be putting things in storage, and then like having logistics and like a van bring stuff to you. Again, it could be like office, home. For others of you, it's like pop-up stalls, so like conventions, pop-up stalls, market stalls, that kind of thing. It's like a temporary thing. For those of you who are struggling to communicate, it could be like, so yeah, like a pop-up event happening in October. Some of you are struggling to communicate. It may be that you need to get someone to help you. Again, maybe some of you are doing like for business, you going to an event for business, and you're gonna have like some kind of like pop-up like stall. And if you perhaps you're really good at like the logistics side, but not so good with like the social side. Maybe you want to get somebody with you who's a bit more front facing. They've got that kind of like charm and social skills. That could be something interesting for you to think about. Tell me about the bird's nest, please. Thank you. Money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. So this is going to be really profitable for you. Whatever you're building, right? Whatever this nest is that you're feathering, whatever you're preparing for, it's going to be really profitable. It's going to actually provide you with the nest. It's going to provide you comfort and stability in your kind of like home life, right? You're actually adding to your foundation here, so that's really good and positive. Bell, announcement. So something could be getting announced. Again, it could be like some kind of business conference or business like show. They're kind of showing me like a shop floor. What was that one that they did in England? Was it like the Prince Albert show or something? It was like a big like event thing. I don't know what I'm thinking of. I might try and Google it. Hold on. Okay, so what they were trying to give me was the Great Exhibition, 1851. So the Great Exhibition, so maybe it's some kind of like business exhibition. I can't even say that word anymore. Right, you know what I'm trying to say. What's on the underlying bridge? Bridge, no way. I wish I hadn't paused because you'll think I set that up. Successfully overcoming a problem. So you're going to cross those bridges when you come to them, but don't take risks, right? So there's something coming through. I was kind of picking up on this here and I didn't kind of mention it, about, again, with like the idea of the balance beam, right? There's something about, what's that? Carriage. Again, like this, it feels like you know, a little bit Victorian, like the Great Exhibition. It feels like, why would you have a carriage, right, in the modern day? Again, maybe it's like past lives or something. But this thing about like the claw and the bridge, can you see how, so I was thinking to myself when I was looking at this card and talking about the gymnast, like how, you know, a gymnast could close their eyes and walk along this, because they have the confidence in their own, like balance and stability and groundedness. Like they've got the confidence in themselves to be able to close their eyes and do that. Don't recommend anybody do anything risky or dangerous like that, right? Like, you know, have a safety net, you know, and that says don't take risks, right? So but what I was thinking is this bird here, again, the bird kind of has claws, you know, a bird can like hop along that very, very easily. So there's something about, again, like not taking risks, not doing anything that's unnecessarily risky, but having a lot of confidence in your own foundations. Okay, let's kind of keep going here. Let's move that one over. Yeah, so no, this is looking really, really good. So have confidence, keep putting the work in, trust your instincts, trust your passions, don't take risks. Okay, tell me more about Into the Unknown, please, and fire. Horseshoe, good luck. Yeah, no, luck is on your side here. Check out what Jupiter's doing in your chart, and what placement you have for Jupiter, because Jupiter is associated with luck and growth and expansion and you know, profitability. So go and check out where Jupiter is in your chart and what your birth chart placement is, because that's going to tell you a lot as well about this. Horseshoe, good luck. Maybe somebody's actually wishing you good luck if you're doing something kind of new. Not unsuccessful plans. So I'm kind of getting this could be like in the past. Tell me about unsuccessful plans, please. And that's all they're giving me. We'll come back to that. I'll get more clarifiers on that in a moment. Tell me about the bird's nest, please. So I've got another month of the year here. Dolphin and December. Right, okay, so unsuccessful plans could be something was planned for October, but there's some kind of delay. It could be getting pushed back to December. We could also be dealing with somebody with a December birthday, so I think that is Sagittarius, Capricorn. And then we've got Dolphin. Financial gain, usually coming from something that you did in the past. So yeah, financial gain and money path and bird's nest. You're getting a lot of stuff about like your security, like your income, your kind of financial needs and like material needs here, and again, it could be something you did in the past. So this could even be something that you did last October, didn't work out, and it's coming back around for you. So yeah. Okay, so what they're telling me, I'm looking at the knot and the nest. They're telling me that this would make a really good nest, right? This would make a really good, it's almost like the same material as these kind of twigs, like twigs and twine. So it's like, it's something about resourcefulness and seeing the positive in and something that was kind of not successful in the past. So I feel like if you, again, with that energy of like, I was kind of getting like, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, but it was like, we've crossed that bridge. So I feel like if there was some kind of like hold up or tie up, and again, like the knot could be like, you know, you're being tongue tied or not being able to communicate something. So if there was a problem in communication in the past, or whatever kind of went wrong in the past, like what was made something unsuccessful, it's like you've figured it out now, or you've reworked it in a way that it's gonna it's actually forming almost like the base of what the other stuff that you're doing. So it could be talking about like learning lessons from the past. Did we look at the underlying? January. So this could be something running from December to January. This would be Capricorn, Aquarius. Yeah, so we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, but we saw the bridge, right? And it wasn't the broken bridge. So it's like you've crossed that bridge, or you're repairing the bridge with the lessons from the past. Something like that. Okay, I'm not going to use any tarot. I don't feel like I need to. No, I feel like everything's pretty... I feel like it's all like kind of explained itself. So let's just go and get you an advice card. So can we get some advice, please? Can we get some advice for anyone who this is resonating with that has fallen on the floor? We've got... a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra, and the energy is gaining momentum. So again, you could be Libra. I've put it down on this October card. So if you're a Libra with an October birthday, that's for you. Also noticing the colours here. So purpley colours could be very, very significant to you in your next steps. Let's have a look. at what this says. So yeah, no, this is going to be fine. Again, I was talking about it's really important that you maintain your integrity. Integrity is a key feature of like the Justice card in the tarot, which is a Libra card. Yeah, there could be something to do with like courts or contracts or legalities in some sort of way with that being Libra. But maintaining your integrity, being true to yourself, speaking your truth is really, really important. At this time, it's going to help you to be balanced and grounded. So really have a lot of faith in yourself at this time. But it's like it can't go wrong. So as long as you, what was that warning that we had here? Don't take unnecessary risks, right? Keep going in a very, like, one step in front of the other. You don't have to kind of like jump in any direction. Take it slow. Slow and steady is going to win the race in this case. Which, you know, if you are Libra, that's going to come quite naturally to you. Presumably, I mean, unless you're like me, you've got like a fire sign, a fire sign Mars placement, that's kind of makes you a little bit more impulsive. But if you have got that, again, you've got fire here, just watch out for your own impulsivity, right? Kind of pull back on your own reins a little bit in the coming, and with shoes, right, horseshoes, like in the coming days, kind of like put your own, it's kind of like put your own blinders on. They're giving me horses now, so you know how horses, when they're walking up the road, they wear the blinders, and it's like they only look at the road in front of them, so they don't get distracted. If you got kind of like me, like I kind of like, oh, squirrel kind of Mars placement, just watch out for that. Just keep, you're doing the right thing, so just keep going on the same path. Sevens as well are like life paths, so the full moon in Libra, the sign of partnership, of falling in love, and of closely relating to someone else. Since full moons are about climaxes and conclusions, Libra's coming in with that sexy energy, this card suggests that you're either about to start a new relationship or that an important existing relationship is changing somehow. There's that change, right? Perhaps something is coming to an end or moving to a new level of commitment. It's important to remember that people come to us for a reason, and sometimes just for a season. If a relationship is ending now, it's doing so at the right time, so try not to fight it. This card can also refer to a professional relationship. There is a sense that you need to balance your ego with somebody else's needs. A win-win outcome is possible with give and take. Doing so may be the answer to your question. Maybe somebody's very, very caught up with you, like this player is kind of like, I can't get Libra off my mind. That, you know, it's like with like the scales, it's kind of like somebody's met the match in a way. Let go of that which is falling away, and again, it's going to happen very naturally, so just keep doing your own thing, keep, you know, breathing, maintaining your integrity in yourself. Like, even though the world's changing, you're going to remain constant, right? You know who you are, you know who you are in this world. Your 2 feet are going to be placed on that ground, right? You're stable even if the world isn't, so keep maintaining that stability. Keep breathing, keep meditating, keep doing your grounded practices. If you're a Libra, just keep that balance, and you're gonna kind of, it's going to be really, really easy. You're just going to kind of slide into that next phase, because things are just going to fall away naturally. You're not going to resist it, and new things are going to flow to you that you're going to be able to kind of pick up as you go along. So don't have any fear. There's nothing to fear in this reading, right? As long as you maintain your integrity and go slow and steady, it's going to take you to a really profitable place and a really happy place. Dolphins, symbolically for me, are a very, very good sign. They're also associated with Libra Venus energy, because the Aphrodite Venus is often shown with fish or dolphins, and so it is a sign of kind of, you know, pleasurable times. All this kind of like prosperity that's coming over here really kind of gives me, because you have like a bit of Cappy energy over here as well, like really, like, and like me, maybe you've got Capricorn placements. I've got a Lilith and a South Node in Caps, so it's like almost in that Taurus way, right? Because Libra and Taurus have that kind of pleasure principle. So in a very similar way with Capricorn, it's like having the tools and the funds that you need, right? Having everything that you need materially to be very comfortable and to really enjoy this situation, right? It's like feathering the bed, you know, like being in a big comfy bed with like feather pillows, and like everything's really plump and fluffy. It's like it's nice to be there. So it's like whatever you're doing where you're feathering your nest, it's going to bring you a lot of comfort and security. So yeah, just don't worry. You've got nothing to worry about here, right? You've got this. So additional meanings for this card: see the other person through the eyes of love. It will change your perspective. And again, that thing about, what was the song, I'll Stand By You? Nothing you could confess could make me love you less. If you're mad, get mad, right? It's time for you to make a firm decision. Time for you to focus on yourself for a while. Look after yourself, but avoid vanity. And now is a great time for a makeover. The energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. During the waxing moon cycle, hope springs eternal. This card is a very positive omen. So this is a really positive reading, guys, indicating that you can create the reality you're dreaming of, though it may take some work and you're not quite there yet. Climaxes, you're not quite there yet. Ayo. It's time of energies rising up. Emotions are building too. Where do you want to go, and do you believe that you can get there? Either you can just keep meditating and focusing on your desired outcome, or you can make the courageous commitment to take more practical steps towards your goals. Whichever you decide, you are most certainly on the right track. I know I'm headed in the right direction. The situation is full of potential. Your dreams can come true. More effort is yet required. Are you willing to give it? But yes, in a slow and steady, measured way, right? Review your goals and ensure you're still committed. Keep moving forwards. Exactly. So this reading's ending with in the way it began, right? It's like, just keep swimming, right? Just keep moving forward. I'll show you that as well if you want to read that section there. So I don't normally read that section, but you can do if you want. It just talks about like how the moon works, basically. So yeah, I feel like again, Cappy, for those with Cappy placements, they have this thing about like birds of a feather sticking together and birds flying in the same direction. So stick with the people who share your vision. I feel like this is all going to come really, really easily to you. I do just want to ask, just quickly, what you should avoid, just because you have that little thing here about passionate love or hate, and that thing about, what was over here? I am seeing this as like, you know, like your footing, right? Your grounding. So like almost like putting your feet down like roots of a tree. Like if you dig, almost like digging your heels in, like knowing your position is the way it's coming through. So, but don't take risks and strong emotions. What should Libra avoid here? I'm saying Libra. I'm assuming you're a Libra now. What should the... Yeah, just be really... Ooh, okay. So you're actually being told if there's a relationship for you that's... it could even feel like a soulmate. And again, this thing about birds of a feather flocking together. You could feel like you've met somebody who is very like you. You could have a really intense, passionate kind of love-hate relationship with this person. They could make you, because this is... I'm sorry, there's a booby on this card. I'm telling you a bit late, but there is. I'm not going to cover it up because... you know, bodies are beautiful. We should celebrate the fact that we have beautiful bodies. They keep us healthy and I don't know, feed our babies and you know, make us feel sensual. I think this should be something that's celebrated more and not kind of closed off more. But yeah, this strong Venus energy, because this is the sexy woman. This is somebody who's kind of waiting for a lover. So Ace of Swords as well. So there's some kind of truth here, and the Page or Knight of Cups. So there's definitely romance and love here, but you're actually being told to avoid this. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to avoid it forever, but it could be that because you feel like this is very worky, right? It's like logistics business. So it could be that you need to get your job done, right? Excuse me. My son was excited about accomplishing something on his computer game. So yeah, it just may be very distracting. So if there's somebody that you have very passionate feelings about and it looks like it is love, based on these cards, again, it could be like a love-hate relationship. I do feel like there's this kind of thing about meeting your match. You are being told not right now. Again, it's kind of like not right now, you've got a job to do. So I don't know, just watch out for your Mars placements, perhaps. All right, I hope this was really helpful to you. It's a little bit longer than I expected, but I think it was an interesting reading to do. I'm Libra, I've got Libra Venus, so anything to do with like love and romance I get all soppy about. So again, like me, maybe it's a bit of an Achilles heel, maybe it's very distracting for you, so just again, put the blinders on, put the blinkers on, get the job done. All right, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye, friends.